Welcome to the Flashcast series by Full Spectrum Education.
Welcome to the fourth episode of the series with Matt Bishop from BuildPro eComm. Today Matt's going to be talking about how e-commerce sites are changing the way people shop and also touching on how Afterpay is influencing people's purchases. Take it away, Matt.
Everything's shopping online at the moment. There isn't much you can't buy that's not online. It just happens to be it's moved away from the traditional retail bricks and mortar, and it's moved to an online e-commerce type scenario and platform. I look at companies like Meijer, like David Jones, Target's starting to close down particular departments because a lot of those retail products can be purchased online at a competitive rate. And people are really getting used to online shopping. Used to be the day that, well, I want it now. And now people are sort of resound to the fact that it's normal to wait. You have to wait a couple of weeks to get your product, but you've bought it online. You didn't have to go to the store. So when we're looking at online shopping and online platforms, it really encompasses every singular unit market that there is. I actually can't think of too many things that you can't buy online. Now that goes all the way from buying a house, which you could certainly go to realestate.com.au. There obviously needs to be some human interaction at some stage, for the most part. But your original transaction is actually online. You're looking at the product online. Whether I'm buying shoes, jeans, I'm ordering my haircut, to all the way down to booking in for your nails, to doing your grocery shopping. There isn't actually a product that I can think of that you would need to physically go in there or not at least physically book, right, to book your particular product in. I looked at building and maintenance, and there really wasn't too many online products that were offering transparency and cost. What we sort of saw online for building and maintenance was making requests. So you request for somebody to come on down and do a particular job. You inquired for a quotation. You gave somebody your contact details for them to make physical or human contact. And what we tried to do was, I believe that online shopping in building and maintenance is possible. Fortunately, we've built the company in such a way that offering those singular price point purchasing is super easy and simple, not only for you, but also for us. As long as we know what the product is prior, so for example, on buildproecom.com.au, once you make an order, for example, a replacement of a door handle, there's an area for you to upload a photo of your existing door handle. Now in that, we're able then to view what type of door handle it is that you're looking for, right? We're able to then go purchase that door handle prior to attending site. So when we come to site and we have that physical and human interaction, we're already equipped with everything that you've given us in an online platform. So when we look at online, specifically online platforms, it really encompasses anything and everything. And if you have a product that you're thinking about doing as an e-commerce piece, I highly recommend it. There are great platforms out there like Shopify, WooCommerce, that make it super simple for you to be able to create your products online and get out to not just your local communities, but you can get out to the world. Look at how big Etsy took off. Now, those are individual people in their individual homes selling their craft wares on an e-commerce type platform. All right? It's allowing people the avenue and the opportunity to sell to a worldwide market. This is, I believe, why primarily bricks and mortar businesses have tended to phase out now, because now everybody doesn't need a retail shop. Your retail shop is online. And in doing so, you've reduced costs, you're able to offer at a better price point. A lot of the time you can work from home. And these are the types of attributes that I think make it really advantageous for online platforms moving forward. I totally believe that online shopping, online platform, online buying will be the only way that people will be purchasing in the next 50 years. Visual aspects of a e-commerce platform are really important. When building buildproecom.com.au, I really tried to make it a site that you wanted to be in. You can really fail at an online platform by creating no point of difference to any other site. With buildproecom.com.au, I really want to create a homely, soft environment, a warm and prestige for people that they want to actually be in the site. It's not pushy, it's very soft and mellow, and what it does is it explains in a very easy flow of how you get from product to purchase. And in doing so, it's about the marketing. You need to make sure that you're marketing your brand well, marketing your color scheme well, and your flow, purchase flow, making sure that it's easy and not all that cumbersome. In doing so, you're going to create return business. People are going to want to shop in your site, and people are going to be in your site. Afterpay has been a new way of paying online. For those who don't know what Afterpay is, you apply for the Afterpay depending on what you're purchasing. Lots of online commerce programs offer that Afterpay. And you don't pay up front, you set up on a payment plan with them, and as a retailer, you end up receiving those funds right away. So Afterpay is really, really common currently, and especially for high-priced purchased items like air conditioning, pre-purchase sale renovations, full painting of an entire house, hot water systems. So all of those particular elements tend to create a fairly sizable bill or product. And if you have a thing like Afterpay that's attached to your program, then you allow the consumer to be able to pay that off while you still receive the funds in full as a retailer. It sort of changed the game of how larger priced items can then be purchased, whether they're a necessity or not, and then they can be paid off over time. I've got a friend of mine who constantly has in Afterpay. I think today she said she's just finished one of her Afterpays today, and she's got one more to go. And it seems to be very common in the sort of 20 to 40 age bracket, where everybody has some sort of Afterpay that they're paying off. I'll take it in an example for buildproecom.com.au. If you're a homeowner or a landlord and you need an air conditioner, you need a hot water system, you need the house painted, and you need the kitchen refurbished, you could be looking upwards of about $10,000. So within that, a great system of Afterpay. They can get the job done now, they can get the property rented quickly, and after that, then of course they can pay it off over time. It's without having to get a withdrawal from the bank or a drawdown on your mortgage, or giving up the cash itself. You just pay it off over time. So having elements like this allow people to have the freedom and the control to be able to purchase any item, and also large items in multiples. So obviously we've used to have ones where you'd apply for a credit card. That credit card had a certain limit. It may be the amount of that purchase, and you were paying extraordinary interest fees on top of that credit card. And you would or wouldn't eventually pay that off. So what Afterpay did is really blanked the banks and the cards for the general consumer and allowed them to pay large or small purchasing off individually over time. So for BuildPro eComm, it was a bit of a no-brainer for us that we apply Afterpay, and we applied it to the site no matter what product you're purchasing. I don't think there's really too many negatives about Afterpay, and that's the cool part about it. This is the point of difference. When we talked about point of difference earlier, Afterpay, for example, if you don't particularly pay, then of course they'll come after you like a credit card company, I'm sure. But you're not paying exorbitant interest rates. You just basically pay for the retail product price point itself.
Thanks for listening to today's Flashcast. If you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to email into us at info@fsedu.com.au, and be sure to tune into our social channels so you don't miss the next episode. Thanks, see you next time.